Welcome everybody back to Nine's Corner. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well, feeling well. And before we go any further, our candle lit for each and every one of us. So, I had a little negative juju come my way. And I have a process for dealing with my negativity, whether it comes from myself or it comes from somebody else. And I thought this would be a good time to share this with you guys because maybe in this time of 2020, when everything from the dark is coming to the light, but that doesn't mean the light makes it pure. The light just shows the darkness. So you're still going to have negativity coming up against you. But what do you do about that? So the first question is, are you responsible for it? Do you own this negativity? So if you've been mean to somebody, maybe you were in a bad mood, you weren't feeling well, whatever the reason may be, and you go, yeah, I reacted kind of harshly. You take some responsibility, you clean your karmic debt to that person, and you move on. But say if the negativity is not yours, it's just the wind up of the 2020 misinformation, the wind up of 2020 confusion and just thoughts being melded and people just not listening to each other. Well, what do you do then? You don't take responsibility. You do not carry somebody else's weight. You let go and you let the universe or let God or whatever it is that you believe in. Do not let somebody take up space, valuable space, expensive space in your head for their negativity when you don't own it. We have enough to deal with without taking somebody else's negativity. So what can you do? I mean, we've discussed before about if you want to clear some negativity, get into a nice bath, put some salt in it. But, there's also prayer, meditation, putting out good vibration. Because if somebody sends some negative my way, I don't accept it, but then I don't send it back in a negative way to them because I don't want that karmic debt and I don't want to lower my vibration to meet their negative vibration. I want to keep on a good high vibration so I can manifest the best that I can for myself. So there's also breathing in the good, letting go of the negative. Be kind. Let that energy permeate into your life so that you can have the good. Living well is the best revenge. And the last thing I will say is laugh. Laugh, have a good laugh, be silly. My husband sang out to me earlier tonight because he was like, Nine, you have to see this. And here it was Stephen Colbert. And he had an interview with a doctor, I think it was from Australia or the UK. And he was saying about catching the coronavirus through farting. Now, catching the coronavirus is not funny. But the fact that you can catch it, and I mean, he was just going on about the masks, and it was just hilarious. So we got to ensure that we don't let the pendulum go to the other side where we lose our humanity, where we lose our humor. And in the mix of wanting our security, we lose all our rights. So we have to ward off that negativity, do it to the best of our ability, and believe that you can manifest. You can choose to see a situation in a different way and change the vibration of it. And I will say, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of your reality that you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It cannot be any other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics. Albert Einstein. So I'm thinking if it's good enough for Albert Einstein, it's good enough for me. And I plan on having my energy be as high and as positive as I possibly can. And I wish the same for you guys. So, back when I was younger, there's no way that this Catholic girl would have gotten a set of tarot cards for Christmas from Santa Claus. So I used to use playing cards. So I thought to change it up, I would use the playing cards. And I mean, it really does bring in the vibration of the tarot. And I learned them in that manner. So I just thought it'd be fun to switch things up and pique your interest into maybe another way of looking at it, because if you're interested in this realm, because everybody has psychic ability. We've all been there where you're like, oh, I wonder about, so-and-so. I haven't heard from her in so long. The next thing you get a Facebook message, or the next thing you get a letter, or the next thing you get a phone call. We all have it. It's just, do you tune into it? So if you're interested and you're kind of like, I don't want to invest $50 or $60 into a set of tarots and then get them and not even be able to use them, invest in a set of playing cards. Go to your local dollar store and have a look. You can, write on them, put permanent marker on them, and learn the tarot through them. And there's cartomancy, I think that's what it's called. All kinds of interesting ways to do it. So I thought, I have 5 people picked. So if there's more that you'd like for me to read into, please put it in the comments below. And please like and share and subscribe. I appreciate it. So I'm going to look at the VP picks. So let's just look at their energy. What are they bringing into their personal year for 2020? And what energy is for their personal month of November, which is around the election. And then we'll pull a couple cards and see what the vibrations look like for them. Speak English, Nina. So my first person, no, actually, you know what we should do? Let's look and see, because, Joe Biden said a month ago or so that he was definitely going to pick a woman. So let's just make sure he's actually going to pick a woman. Is Joe Biden going to pick a woman VP? Who? 2 of diamonds. This is an opportunity with gossip, like with pushback, gossip. I think he could actually be like wishing he didn't say that so he could pick a man. Let's just have another look. Would Joe Biden like to be able to pick a male VP? Did he just say that to get votes or to get extra brownie points, especially because he has a lot of issues with women? Not the Donald Trump way, but certainly his own issues. Oh my God, he so wants to pick a guy. That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Joe is thinking he'd love to have picked a guy. I don't think that he would, but can you imagine if he did? All right. So the first person on my list is Kamala Harris. So in the year of 2020, she's in a personal year of 7. And in November of 2020, she's going to be in a personal year of 9. So that is sort of having an delusion kind of view about the world. It's sort of like she has these illusions of grandeur of what she could accomplish, but then she has delusions because she realizes the truth of how hard everything is and what she'd have to face. And this could have to deal with like legal issues. Now, I'm going to let you know that Camilla, Amy Klobuchar, and Stacey Abrams all have a personal year of 7 with the number 9 as their personal month. So they're all kind of looking at an uphill battle in the fact that maybe they have spots where they would be good and maybe would be better suited to working in a position, but not necessarily vice president. And then we have, okay, so I'll just do Kamala Harris. But now, see, 9s also, just to clarify, 9s can be a time of endings and beginnings. So it could be like, I'm going to end what I'm doing now and take the new beginning of a new venture, which could be VP. So on that case, they'd all be like having an opportunity. So let's just look. We're going to do Kamala Harris first. So right now, Kamala Harris, what is her chances of becoming VP? What's the energies around her for becoming VP when it comes to Joe Biden? We'll pick 2 cards. Wow. She got the 2 of hearts and the 7 of hearts. So this is good luck. This is good energy for teamwork, for a personal relationship. So this is good luck. So Camilla, interesting. So now we have Amy Klobuchar. She is a 7-9, the same as Camilla. So let's look and see what are her vibrations in her personal year of 7 and personal month of 9 for November. For Amy Klobuchar. So this is happy news and being supported by a female. So this could be happy news towards the VP. Maybe some female is kind of saying, Biden, look at her. Or it could be happy news about a job opportunity coming that would be from a female, not necessarily VP. Okay. Cool. So the third person I'm looking at is Gretchen Whitmer. Now, Gretchen is in a personal year of 8 with a personal month of 1. So she has some personal money issues. I don't know if they're going to come to light, but she definitely has some money dealings with government, dealings with big business. And with a 1, it's a self-promotion, if it was on the shadow side, could be greed. So she has to be careful about her intentions. Now, I mean, I don't know her. I don't know her background. I literally looked up her birth date because I really don't know of her. I know of the other people in this group, but I just wanted to give 5. So let's look at Gretchen Whitmer. What is her possibility towards becoming vice president? So we've got 2 of spades, 9 of clubs. So this is careful, and careful what you wish for. You know, she may not have, I see, now I'm going to have to look her up. She might not have the best of intentions, or she may start off with good intentions but end up going down a bad road, or maybe she won't, she thinks that she could face it, and then when she gets in it, go, wow, like there's some negative pushback there. So let's look at Elizabeth Warren. She's in a personal year of 5, which is change, risk, and in a personal month of 7. So whatever she starts this year may not last long, or it could be that it could be just too much risk. So let's look at Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren. What are her chances for VP? There's some good, like she has really good organization skills. There's some really good instincts there. But it's almost like there's a lot of work there. There's a lot of, like, you know, it's like there's a dark side to the 8 in the sense that you could become too big for your bridges. It's almost like you have to stay humble. And she has to realize that even though she may be putting forth what she thinks is correct, you can't get people excited about what you want, even if you know it's what's best for them, if you talk down to them or if you don't come from a humble place. So maybe she needs to humble herself to Biden a little bit. So, and my last person we're going to look at is Stacey Abrams. So she's in that 7-9 month where it's sort of like the illusion delusion. Is it going to be something that she actually wants, or is it going to be something that is surprising to her? So let's see what Stacey Abrams is going to get. What's her chances for VP? Stacey Abrams. I don't know a lot about her either. I know that she's big into voting rights and stuff, which is definitely something we need today. Okay, Stacey. So we have the Jack of Diamonds and the King of Spades. So there's some good work. She's very organized. She has some great ability, and she has the support of a swath of people that those who know about her respect her. Those who know her see that she's coming from a good place. But it's almost like she's at a 50-50. Interesting. So that's the first look into the energies. I don't know when Biden's going to be choosing his VP. And from the look of these cards, I wouldn't even be shocked if he would consider taking a male. I don't know, but the fact that it was a two of diamonds, that's like an opportunity with pushback, an opportunity with gossip, because for sure that would really cause some bitterment towards him. So the next thing I wanted to look into was the post office, and the fact that Donald Trump came so harshly out towards it today. And I'm thinking, like, why? Why would he? I mean, I know that, he's got an issue with Amazon. He's got an issue against, the owner and all that stuff. But in this time of pandemic, in this time when he's literally out there, flogging, using his position of power, not realizing the influence that he has. So I want to look into why is he going so harshly against the post office at this point? What is the purpose? And then we'll look into, will he be held accountable, not just for this, but for the fact that the information that he is putting out, the fact that he's in a position of power, will he be held accountable for that? Because truly, the fact that he has not been taken and said, no, you can't be president anymore, is mind-boggling. The fact that companies had to come out and say, please don't drink Javex, don't do these things, because he can't get it into his mind that there are millions of people listening to him, hearing him. I mean, you go online on YouTube and somebody will say, oh, put toothpaste on your face to get rid of pimples. People will do it. When people want something desperately, they'll do something desperately. And Donald Trump has no caring for it. So I want to know, what is up with the post office? Why is he at this time, when trying to save the airline, trying to save everything else, and he's going after the post office, which is a U.S. company? Like, what? So I thought we'd use our cards and have a look and see what's happening here. What's happening here? 1, 2, and 3. He's trying to create obstacles. There's revenge here. He wants to stick it to somebody. This is on behalf of others, and it's to cause pain, and it's to cause grief, and it's a personal issue for him. And the fact is that there's concealment here. This is concealment of a letter. So concealment of a letter. You know what? Let's just take out my tarots. I want to know what kind of concealment of a letter I need to clarify. I miss my tarots. What? Page of Pentacles, the letter. He is trying to control the vote here, guys. He is trying to control the vote. He thinks if he can stick it to the post office, he can try to control the vote in some way, manipulate in some way, get his hands into it some way, profit, or have somebody from it profit. So this is about profiting. This is about hurting the people who've been there long term because, if they can demolish it and then start it anew, then all the people who put in years of service, and that's hard freaking work. Oh, how dare they take away their pensions and stuff. And oi, oi, oi. Okay, let's look at the cards. Okay, let's look at the cards and ask, what's the future? What is the future of the post office? I mean, obviously Donald Trump got his head up his ass again and screwing over something else again that he shouldn't be even looking at. But what is the future for the post office? What's the future for the post office? What influence is Trump going to have on the post office? What influence is he going to have? What influence is he going to have on the post office? What's the future of the post office? I don't remember this card. Five of diamonds, five of diamonds, five of diamonds. I think five of diamonds refers to like a new project. So I think when it comes to the post office, five of diamonds, new project, they'll find new ways. You need the post office. People are going to need product, and that would be a good way of keeping the money in the country to be able to have. Everybody needs to have competition, but you also need to have a home base. So I think they're going to find new ways of servicing and even though we are going into a paperless society, we are going to come into more product and things being serviced to each individual home, which is going to increase the post office and the need for post office like services. So the 10 of diamonds means that there's going to be positive financial future. So the post office is not going to die. It's going to find a new way. But we've got the Six of Swords, so that means it's going to be slow change, slow increment. Like it's going to bottom out a bit, and then you're going to see it slowly learning, gravitating, and coming up with a new venture. So that looks good. So the post office is not going anywhere, but it is going to have to change. And that would have happened no matter what, because, we're not sending bills through the mail like we used to. We're not sending letters like we used to. But then the post office hasn't been able to move with the times, with the new demands. And, I guess that's a good thing on one hand because you don't have the monopoly. But then on the other hand, you don't have the security. So obviously, God willing, it's going to continue. So I want to know, will Trump, I can't even watching him say about things that he thinks could happen. He's not a doctor. It's so clown, like literally send in the clown crazy. So I want to know, is he going to be held accountable? Actually, I can't use these. I'd prefer my tarots. I've gotten used to my tarots and I need my tarots. So let's look and see. Is Trump going to be held accountable for his misinformation at that powerful place of communication that he has in those meetings? 1, 2. Two of Wands. So I think there are people, they're looking and they're trying to figure out, oh my God, how do we stop this man? And because we've seen him get away with so much in the past, They are careful. They're going to be looking at it, and they're trying to look at every avenue that they can take. Then we have the Two of Swords. So this is like they're just saying, you know what? I'm tired of waiting. This is partial success. This is partial getting the paper. This is partially getting the information gathered. This is saying, you know what? We know it's not stuck in the past, but we need to go forward. There's too much information. Let's feel the fear and do it anyway. But then the end card, Tower. Trump is going to go down. And I swear every time I can't, if I try to think about what he's thinking or how he's feeling, my throat literally starts to close over like I can't breathe. I am telling you, I'm not sure when. I'm not sure if it's going to happen before, during, or after the election, because I think all those possibilities are still available, because they can steal, they can, but when it is, he is going to have to pay the piper. This is not going to go away. He is going to be destroyed, and everything and everybody is going to be destroyed. And if you look at the Tower, people are jumping. People are going to start jumping ship. And when you start seeing swaths of people moving, that's when you know the Tower is soon ready to hit. But it's not just Trump. It's the world. We're looking at China, North Korea. Everything is on their foundation of 4 in the year of 2020, and it is shaking. Will Trump pay for everything that he has done? Will the American people vote him out and just say, no, this is unacceptable? What is the energies going forward? What's the energies going forward? Page of Swords. Guys, there's a spy like we've seen before. The Tower like we've seen before. Trump is at the end of his reign. It is going to happen. It is going to happen. But oh boy, is there going to be a lot of bad energy, arguing, fighting, protesting. It's going to be a time of difficulty. Transformation does not come easily, but transformation, it is a coming. So that's it for my reading for tonight. I wish for you all good energy. Protect yourself from the negative energy. Wishing you light for your darkness. Have a great day, a great Saturday. Enjoy your night. Take care.